Hi, I'm Dr. Jessica Kriegel, and welcome back to another episode of Culture Leaders Daily. I'm here today with John Frehse, Senior Managing Director of Labor Strategies at Ankura. And today we're going to talk about leader resiliency in a changing economy. So, John.
We've watched the economy change over the last 18 months, especially in the jobs market, where 18 months ago, we had 1.8 open jobs for every one person seeking work. That dropped down to 1.4 open jobs for every one person seeking work 6 months ago. And the report just came out saying we're down to 1.2. So there's fewer and fewer people seeking work for the jobs available out there. Still, there's a surplus of jobs, but it's less. And the pressure that I'm concerned about, and I think you are too, Jessica, is that as the economy changes, do we lose all the ground we've gained on leadership and culture? So when we have a surplus of workers, do we really need to care? Do we forget about experiences driving beliefs? Do we forget about being a leader that can be trusted? How do these things change? And this is really a reminder, I think, for leaders out there that as the economy weakens, and I believe it is, we have to stay strong because culture is actually going to be the performance differentiator in a weak economy.
Right. So the tendency is that when we go into a bad economy, we can forget about the touchy-feely things like culture, like diversity, equity, and inclusion, like training and development, like career development, all of those things that we invest in when we can comfortably, we forget because we have to worry about results. And the key is that those things actually drive results when you're leading well. And so if you want to continue to win in this market, you cannot divest in those things. Is that it?
That is part of it. And I think that's the big piece of it. But we have to remember that in a down economy, we're not giving everybody a raise in cash. So how are we going to reward our workforce with other currencies that are still available in a down economy?
Right. So how do I develop my people on the cheap?
Well, number one is we invest time in them. Instead of sitting in an office and dealing with corporate challenges, we get out in front of our employees and invest in them. We listen to them. We don't need to have more town halls. We don't need to talk to them more. We need to listen to them more so we can be agile and change as we learn about the challenges that are stopping results.
So I've heard 10,000 consultants, though, tell me about the power of listening at work, listening as a leader. Why aren't people doing it enough? What is the resistance to listening at the leadership level in corporate America?
I think as leaders, we are told that you now deserve this job because you're the smartest person in the room. And so as a leader, if I'm listening to people, it means maybe I don't have all the answers.
Right.
Because I'm soliciting information to learn. So instead, I have to tell my employees all the things that I know, which is an incredible sign of not only insecurity, but weak leadership.
Right. As a leader, I have to justify that I've gotten this promotion because I deserve it. And now I'm going to show off everything that I know in order to preserve my space. It's actually fear-based leadership.
Fear-based leadership shuts down growth, it shuts down performance, and it shuts down your talent. The people that are here that are desperately trying to tell you what's wrong so we can do better, we make sure that we don't listen to them because if we do, it means they're smarter than me.
Right.
And that is an insecurity, and that is what kills performance. And in a down economy, your greatest asset is shutting up and listening.
Shut up and listen.
That's exactly right.
I love it. And is there anyone that you've seen that does this particularly well?
Well, Dr. Jessica Kriegel is somebody that I've...
Why, thank you. Yes, I am an excellent leader, as you know. Let me give you all the examples of how that's true. Just kidding.
I do think we've got several examples of leaders that we work with. Some of the leadership team at the Container Store is a great example of people that have a set of beliefs that allows them to listen. And one of the foundation principles of the 7 principles that they carry every day with everything they do is that communication equals leadership.
Yeah.
That's one.
Right.
Number 2 is 1 great employee is equal to 3 good employees, and they only hire great employees. So when you believe that your employees are highly, highly valuable and that communication equals leadership, put those things together. We're going to start asking a lot of questions of these great employees that can help us drive performance.
Yeah, and you said something interesting the other day, which is that we believe that information is power. And as we invest in information as a currency now, in the world marketplace, some of the most powerful information that you can get access to lives in the minds of your employees on the front line doing the work with your customers, with the machines day to day, and we're not extracting that information.
How can we? We're too busy implementing a new software platform that tells them more information when they're actually doing the job and they've got the information already and they're waiting for us to listen.
Yeah.
That's what's so insane. I'm not suggesting that technology platforms aren't helpful, but we already have a group of people that are dying to teach us, and they are the key to success, and we're not listening.